Good morning, y'all. Jamin Butler here, checking in with the Leagues of Chaos. Today, I got a very special guest. I got the owner and founder of Hidden Soul. You know, I'm rocking for the home team. We got the owner and founder of Style and Grace Beauty, based in Carson, Gardena, California. We got the commissioner and founder of the Three to Heart. Well, actually, he wasn't the founder. He joined us later. We got the commissioner of the Three to Hardway League, Mr. Obina Aguar. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Commissioner.
Commissioner, man, that's your title. That's your job.
I just set the drop date. That's all I do.
Listen, man, it was important that I had you on today. I'm so thankful because folks have been asking to get you on the show. But there's a lot going on in fantasy football. So before we get into our league, the detailed minutia of that, there was a lot of updates, man. So we were just talking about this Chiefs and Patriots game. Let me know if my internet goes out if you can't hear me.
Okay, I hear you.
But you
they
said
moved the game to 4 o'clock Monday night.
This is confirmed?
Yeah, it's confirmed. They didn't get no other negative tests. They confirmed the game.
So right now, I'm getting updates from Yahoo. So I moved him, Travis Kelce, in and out of my league, in and out of my lineup in Champions League. It's saying I put him back in my lineup, and it says he has no game scheduled, but is in your starting lineup. Now it's 9.
Yeah, you can check the breaking news. It was earlier in the day. Adam Schefter tweeted the time and everything about the game. So Monday, 7:05 Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific.
All right. So, I mean, I've got multiple confirmations from you, from other members of the league. I ain't seen this in the news yet, but I'm going to take y'all word for it. So I'm going to leave my Chiefs and Patriots in my lineup.
Yeah, you can put them back in. I don't know if any Patriot worth starting on Monday, but
not Cam.
You can put them back in. I think Cam got the run. I don't know if Cam gonna play.
I ain't thinking
Cam
about
Cam got the Rona. That's the thing that's tripping me out. Like everybody that got the Rona, just go sit it out a week, man. Shit. Come back next week.
Sit it out and come back next week, right?
Back next week.
That's just how it's done.
So flu. Just come back next week. You're not gonna die.
We won't listen. We're not gonna discuss the science. We're just here to talk about fantasy. So I'm gonna go to my desktop so we can look at this Yahoo updates. So we gotta see what matchups we got coming up today. It's Sunday, week 4. Who that?
Hustle.
That's who? Hustle?
Yeah.
What up, Hustle? R.I.P. Moochie, man.
Hustle, get down, man. You're doing too much.
Yo, I got this banner right now at the top of my page that says Steelers Titans. So week 4, that game is officially postponed to week 7.
Mm-hmm.
And it still says Chiefs Patriots is
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you the tweet.
All right, I believe you. You don't got to. We don't got to debate. I believe you.
No. I'm just gonna send it to you so you can read it on the podcast.
All right.
Shit.
But it said players will only receive COVID IR status if placed on list by NFL. So I'm assuming that will qualify Cam Newton. So people like him will get that tag. But folks,
the game is scheduled for 7:05. They're gonna test the players in the morning and make sure the necessary players.
If they test the players in the morning and then come back with some positive tests.
It's official though. But if they come back with positive tests, so far they feel good.
I don't know.
Falcons Packers is still Monday night. Patriots Chiefs will kick off at 7:05 Eastern. So the games will be going on at the same time. So it's not like your normal doubleheader on Monday night. So I'm gonna post it.
All right.
I posted it. The game gonna be on Channel 2 at 5 o'clock.
So given all this uncertainty, Commish, man, what are we doing with the wrong roster of spots for us on Three to Hardway, bro? Look at I don't know what to do here. I need backups. I need backups to my backups.
What do you mean? You need a roster spot?
You need backups.
It's funny with this league, bro. That's one of the questions I asked y'all. I said, hey, y'all want to extend the draft around the tree, take care of the Rona. They resounded no, of course. Anything that threatens these niggas in that league from doing anything different, whoa.
Wait a minute. So let's give some context. So you prior to the season, you asked the league, did we want to add additional roster spots? And you're saying that it was a resounding no.
No, that's what they voted. They voted no. So I don't know what y'all want me to do.
I don't. Maybe.
So now they talk about roster spots, and y'all didn't want it.
Okay, so I understand that. I understand. So say it was a lack of responsiveness as usual in this league.
No, they voted on it though. That's the thing. That was one of the things we voted on, and I think the reason was everybody felt like, man, the draft make it another minute longer. No, no, we can't do that. We can't extend the draft by 2 minutes.
That's no.
We can't do that. So
foresight there, man. There's no foresight. I'm telling you, bro. If we were looking over,
you know me, I'm the main nigga that don't care about the rolling, but I told y'all, hey, y'all want an extra roster spot? Everybody said no, so I didn't want to add. I didn't want to bring that discussion back up already because we already discussed it.
I think it's worth bringing back up. As you know, we participate in the Champions League. Commissioner Darren already added 2 spots. People ran to the waiver wires and added 2 more players.
I didn't do that. I didn't.
Oh, I had to. I was going at 4:30. I had to get my 2 different spots.
I didn't know I lost last week.
Did you know you lost last week? In what league?
The Champions League.
I
secured the win. Nigga, I was like, wait, what happened?
You doing it?
Nigga playing. I thought I won the matchup.
Oh, you lost to Chris. Who you played Chris last week?
I don't know. Nigga, I didn't know Chris was in the league until I watched the podcast.
Well, Chris beat me last week. He blew me out. Who you lose to?
Somebody beat me. Got lucky, man. But I'm scoring. That's the thing. I'm scoring.
Yeah, we had the same record, bro. You 1 and 2. You're 6th place. You got more points than me, though. But look how many people points have scored against.
Yeah, look at it too. And that league, just imagine once Joe Mixon wake up, it's over. It's over. Whenever he wake up, because he's gonna wake up, because his quarterback's too good. So once that happens, and Joe Mixon's an elite talent. So once that happens, I got a team in that league, bro.
Just
watch. I saw y'all podcast yesterday. I'm gonna beat whoever Juggernaut is.
Oh, we can look at your matchup. If you have a rebuttal for your matchup, we can look at you in Juggernaut. Let's look at your roster though. Let's see. Josh Allen. I like him in ball.
Against the Raiders. So Josh Allen is projected to do $1 billion going against the Raiders. You gotta keep that in mind. And then you got Allen Robinson. He getting his quarterback back. So he had like 13 targets last week. He went over 100 with a touchdown.
So you saying Joe Mixon? Ooh, Kareem Hunt. Okay, I like your running. You stacked your running back. Kareem Hunt.
Hold on, look at. But see, you got to remember, Mixon ain't even gave me nothing yet this year. So imagine if Mixon give me some. I got Jarvis Landry today against the Cowboys. That's free points, bro. Like I'm so confused on who to play because I have the matchups are too good. But DJ Moore gets the targets. He's had over 12 targets every game this year. So it's a matter of time for him.
Decent running backs. I like your quarterback.
Everybody gets the ball on. That's how fantasy works. Everybody gets the ball on my team.
True. How many opportunities they're gonna get the ball? Is Teddy Bridgewater gonna get the ball to DJ Moore?
That's all it's about.
Let's look at your matchup.
If I get something out of my tight end, it's over. Like I've been scoring for the past 2 weeks. Look at my scoring. For a nigga that had no keeper, remember this league, keeper league, it's hard to get points in the draft because all the good players be gone.
Let's see. You playing the Juggernaut this week.
He projected 142. He got 18 points
already.
From a kicker, bro.
He already got 18 from his kicker. So his original he was originally projected
went way over.
Hold on, wait a minute. He was originally projected 142. Currently, he's projected 152. So his kicker did out. He was already projected to beat you.
Yeah, that's good. You know how that goes.
So Mahomes versus, Josh Allen gonna ball, but Mahomes, if they play this game.
See, that's the thing. Mahomes is playing against Bill Belichick. The only coach that beats him.
Okay.
So the Patriots not gonna give Mahomes $1 billion touchdown. Like he's not doing all that. Mahomes had only 1 40-point fantasy game in his life, and that was last week. So Mahomes is a consistent 25, 35 guy. Josh Allen has a higher ceiling than Mahomes. Allen gonna get busy, bro. Shit, he playing. I ain't even gonna lie. If he fucking I have the lowest score of the week, it wouldn't even surprise me. But his matchup today,
Okay, all right. So now let's get to Thielen. Thielen and Ridley is
But
receivers.
some people, oh, come on, man. So I really was one of my main targets to keep. I wanted Ridley in every league. So
Our
I
folks
did it
wanted
in
Ridley.
4 of 6. I did it in 4 of 6 leagues. So I was a big fan of his coming out of Alabama. So Ridley, I give him the edge at receiver with Ridley.
Okay.
But see, the thing is,
What about Thielen? Hold on. So
my
you don't get
combination.
Thielen the number 1 receiver in Minnesota?
You never know what's gonna come with that quarterback out there. So
Yeah, he's a fuck boy. Cousins is a fuck
you don't
boy.
know.
But
So receiver, if you look at Robinson and Mix and Moore, if we're talking just on targets, the targets are gonna be even with Thielen and Ridley. So now we got to see who's gonna make the most of their targets. So I don't know. I mean,
okay,
like
no.
it's projected there that his receivers will outscore mine by what, 2 points?
Zeke. Okay, so Zeke. All right, now you gonna at the edge at the rest of his running backs, but Zeke clearly is a stud.
No,
Now he
but
hasn't
see,
got.
so no. So you have Zeke and you have Gaskin, right? So you got one stud running back and one we don't know.
RB3.
You know what I mean? So Gaskin can go off, he cannot go off. Who knows? But see,
I would
I'm
put
anticipating.
Gaskin and Mixon in the same bucket. That's why Giovanni's been getting drafted. Giovanni's been a hot ad on the waiver wire for a reason.
Yeah, nah, don't worry about that. Giovanni Bernard been a fantasy dud for years. So
He's a vulture. Like he just sucks away. He sucks the life away.
So Mixon, this is the game. This is the game. Mixon breaks out.
Okay,
2 touchdowns.
I'm gonna get you a record, right? So your hot take for today. Mixon's gonna have a breakout.
Mixon's gonna break out today.
All right, you guys heard it here first.
And then you got Aaron Jones against Zeke. I think Aaron Jones will outscore Zeke.
Atlanta's been trash, but Zeke, I think he's gotten some hits in the press lately.
Yeah.
I think he wants to have some motivation. So I'm
them niggas. That's a game that I'm so happy Raiders play at 1 because I get to watch all the morning games on the Mix channel. So usually when the Raiders play, I just keep the game on that channel. I don't even flip the channel on commercials, nothing. I just watch the game.
All right.
And
today
is the day I get to, enjoy myself and get to watch football. And that's a game. Cowboys versus Browns. The Browns are a team that I felt like they could have a good season. Like I feel like they are starting to build their team in the right way. Like they have everything they need. Fine.
So speaking of
from
the Browns,
coaching on down to roster. So
Kareem Hunt is looking like a stud in fantasy. But everybody's projecting.
Yeah, but see the thing is, that's the thing. His projection is it could be low, it could be high. Like I've yet to play him all year. If I would play them last week, I win. I play him.
It's your first time starting him in the lineup.
That's my first time, and it's because a lot of times you gotta look. You gotta look and see. It's hard to imagine a team can roster and start 2 every week. Must start running back. So Nick Chubb's a stud. If it wasn't for Josh Jacobs, that's probably the second best running back talent in the league to me. So you got Chubb as a stud, and then you got Kareem Hunt also. He's a stud. So normally you wouldn't think a team could just start 2 running backs. You know what I mean? It's I know back in the day, people used to start Kareem Hunt and not Kareem Hunt, but the 2 Saints running backs with Tavis Murray and the other guy I didn't come out of college. That's real good, Kamara. So you start those 2 running backs.
You start Ingram and Kamara. I don't really start.
Ingram and Kamara. So and people used to get through the week. That was a cool option to have. So I think now that's what the Browns have now with those 2 running backs. They got 2 receivers that you could start. 2 running backs
situation. I can see that because they both studs, and they both came to. So let's move on
and you look at my defense today.
Hold on.
It's a shot in the dark.
Hold on. Wait a minute. So you skipped over something. So we talked about.
Yeah, okay. Because see, Stephon Diggs. So
yeah,
y'all may not know about Trayvon Mullen.
Say that again.
You may not know about Trayvon Mullen.
Trayvon
Mullen is the number 1 cornerback in the NFL in press coverage.
Okay.
For the PFF. So Trayvon Mullen, we call him Mullen Island. He got it. Stephon Diggs gonna have to deal with somebody today, so he may not be a
Now I want
factor.
y'all to know that Obi is traditionally a fan of Stephon Diggs. I've heard him speak
But he may not be a factor.
circles.
It's a matchup
That's what
sometimes.
you guys.
Sometimes
But today's
you
his
gotta
match.
go to
Hold on, but
the island.
so wait a minute. So today he's unfortunately matched up with the Las Vegas
gotta-
Raiders.
Not just the Las Vegas Raiders, but Trayvon Mullen, the best young cornerback in the league. You got to go to the island today. He got his ticket, a check, passport, good. He going to the
Well, if
island
that's the
today.
case, then where your stud QB, he gonna have an
Okay,
issue going that side of the field.
No. But here's the thing, Josh Allen, he runs the ball,
Okay.
and he can throw the ball to the other side, where they have another good receiver, John Brown. You got to remember the Raiders lost stud rookie cornerback Damon Arnett to a 6 to 8 week thumb injury. So Arnett is out this week. So that means the other receiver on the other side got a matchup that's favorable. So Josh Allen can get busy still. Just going away from Stephon Diggs. You see what I'm saying?
So going down to the last two, so your kicker has a high ceiling to reach this week.
I don't even know why niggas still play kicker.
Bro, it is what it is. EO had a kicker do 25 against me. I was like, how the fuck?
Throw that out, man. Like
EO kicker did.
What they be tripping me out when I see kicker analysis every week. I'm like, bro, don't nobody know.
You don't know. It's a gamble. You don't know.
I Trump won a league and changed it. Like I changed the scoring and the roster.
Say that again. Back up. Wait a minute. Back up. We did what?
I Trump one league. So
Trump one league.
Yeah, I just made my own decision, man. I just made my own decision. I'm a dictator.
Hey.
So I figured, like, what would make this league funner? And I said, you know what? Why do we still got kickers and defenses? I took those two out. I took them out and then asked for a vote. And, it passed. 10-2. It passed.
Yeah, it passed. What do you know? It passed. After I did.
The only two people that didn't want it, they've been giving me trouble in the Hardway League. They follow me with complaints and
I'm gonna guess. Let me see. It's BC. Is one name.
BC and Anthony, man.
Anthony.
They keep following me with their complaints, man. They don't want to modernize themselves. BC doesn't understand why we that league a year ago wasn't even PPR, bro.
You talking about Ebo or you talking 3R?
Yeah, Ebo League. Ebo League wasn't even PPR league a year ago, man. And I've never really focused on that league. It's always the draft. I never it's my last draft. It's my experimental. It's the draft I play. I'm like, you know what? What team don't I have a player on? I like to focus on all the teams throughout the year. And I only focus where my guys are playing. So I'm like, you know what? I don't got a guy on this team. Let me reach and draft a player. Just 'cause I don't have them rostered on other fantasy teams. And I don't really pay like that league. I have players in the lineup that are injured, and I've never focused on that league. So I said, you know what? Because I started losing interest in this league, the Hardway League. Because I was like, these guys here. These guys here, man, there's something else, bro. I'm not gonna allow it.
I'm not gonna let you big up your JV league, and then try to take shots at the league that you are the duly elected commissioner.
Oh man, I've had such big dreams for that league, man.
Listen. Let's get to it. Let's get to the league. So let's finish up. You're right. So your kicker has a high ceiling.
I don't know. High ceiling, low ceiling. I don't know.
Okay, your kicker has to score 18 points to outperform his. So Philadelphia and New Orleans. Now tell me your defense.
Philly and San Francisco. So look, I didn't play the trash can on the defense. Like I like defense. Like defense for fantasy football. There's strategy behind it. Like you can, you know what I mean. Like you can see which defense is gonna do something. Like if you think a defense is gonna get off, it's a chance that defense gets off. Kicker is so random, bro. Like that's bullshit. That shouldn't even be counted.
I will say Gostkowski had like a goose egg one week. He on the Titans. He kept missing kicks all night, and then put up 25 the next week. I was like,
bullshit.
But so talk to me your
But see, like Philadelphia, right? So Philadelphia's a sorry team. They travel across to the West Coast, desperate team, haven't won a game yet. So this is the type of team where I feel like, you know what? They're going to give their all today. Like, it's set up for them to not do well. The 49ers are one of the teams that are, like, probably the most injured team in the NFL. They've lost so many players, so many star players to injury. But they get some of those guys back today. But they're still playing with backup running backs and a backup quarterback. They probably got the best coach in football. arguably, or top 3 coach. So he makes it happen with anybody. He's just a great coach, and you know how it is. Younger coach, innovated, like he named his son after Lil Wayne. Like that's the type of white boy they got. That's why like y'all got to get me on that little. I want to get on the Sunday Ice Cream podcast to talk politics because it still doesn't make sense to me how we allow 80-year-olds to run the country, bro. Like niggas not even well in the head yet. Like
They're
at a certain age,
they're not as well versed in the culture. You're saying.
not even that, bro. They old, man. I'm like, you're no longer the head of the table once you hit a certain age, man. Like,
these dudes are not clearly in charge, even though they are figureheads. There are other people in charge. But hold on, so I'm trying to figure out
even Congress, bro. Look, there's no way that Biden's a 47-year politician. Like, there gotta be a limit on how long you can do this shit, bro. You can't have the same. Come on, man.
Bro, hold on. We crossing podcasts. So keep you focused.
Bring a young nigga in there, bro.
How does Philadelphia traveling across country beat San Francisco? Did you draft Philly?
It's a desperate team. Nigga,
did you draft Philly or the waiver wire?
Stop drafting my. Nah, I didn't draft. They were one of those teams that got out the trash can.
Exactly.
And
so
I just, look, I'm praying for a miracle.
There you go.
They're playing against a team that's missing starters, and they're winless. So I figured, like, you know what? I'll get a turnover here. I can get a defensive score here. I'm looking for 6 points, bro. Just 6. And they're going up against backup. They're winless against a backup quarterback. They're one of the teams in the NFL that they were projected to do well. They were projected to be a sneaky Super Bowl contender. Like their GM, Howie Roseman, gets a lot of respect for putting together the roster because they won a Super Bowl recently. But if you give that roster 1 minute of your time, you'll see like, ooh, it look like a nigga been fell asleep at the wheel for the last 4 or 5. Got my Raider hat, Raider shirt, Raider pants. I'm rated out every week.
The Las Vegas Raiders in the building.
Every Sunday, I'm rated out.
Third, that's right. So you in third place in Three the Hard Way. Now, folks, y'all watching this.
Loss week 1. My loss week 1 was I was projected. So the Three the Hard Way League is one league I'm projected to win every week. Like I felt like that was the best draft I've had in a long time in any fantasy league. Like that's when it was the sweet spot. Like I already had 2 Yahoo drafts, so now I knew the whole system. I knew where the players were. I knew where people like to reach. So I kind of had it figured out. So in order to get my guys, I knew where I had to get them, where I had to possibly reach. So that draft, I feel like I executed it perfectly. And then you got to remember.
See, here you go, Ridley. So you got Ridley on this squad.
I spent the summer hyping up Saquon Barkley because I had the number 2 pick. So I wanted whoever was first to take Saquon Barkley. Or if he wasn't Saquon Barkley, then I would have, like at the number 2 slot, I would
in this league.
I would have Derek. So BC and Derek made a trade at 901 or some shit, bro, in the league. Got mad at me. Even though at the time I didn't even have the book. I didn't have the Yahoo. Darren had the login. He was the one running the draft. So everybody, this nigga getting too old, man.
Derek had the number 1 pick.
No. So BC had it. He traded with Derek.
BC had the number 1 pick, and he traded.
Yeah, they blame.
He traded down with Derek, and Derek traded up.
For fucking up the draft.
And which caused draft day chaos.
I gave away my login at the time. So somebody else could, handle it. Because at the time, I was dealing with a major electricity problem. My shit blew up.
Hey, listen. Speaking of Trump's utility system, the electrical system, Trump's internet, all that shit's been fucking up. Ever since everybody been working from home, we overtaxing the system, and Trump wasn't prepared for none of this. But hold up, so
if Cubs don't lose, man, well, I don't know. It's one of them elections where it's just like we know what's about to happen.
Listen, so the draft day chaos aside, y'all want to hear about your strategy in terms of you had the number 2 pick, so you spent
Yeah. So I spent the
hyping up
summer
Saquon because you wanted
hyping up
number
Saquon
1
Barkley.
to take
I
Saquon.
wanted no, I didn't want Saquon. So
You wanted McCaffrey.
I wanted Saquon. I wanted. I thought McCaffrey was a guaranteed number 1 pick, but I just figured I used some mind control. I figured I have a very influential voice, so if I start hyping up a player, other people might take notice. Like, oh, he might know something. And I was saying, like, man, the only person who could match or pass McCaffrey is Saquon Barkley. So I kept putting that type of energy out there.
So BC, who had the number 1 pick, traded down with
BC,
Derek. Derek traded.
Derek took Barkley, and I was like,
Derek
it worked. You know, and
all right.
I
So
took McCaffrey, man. That was a big. So that was a big win right there. Round 1, I had a big win, and so then my next win was I targeted Dak Prescott. So I wanted a quarterback that I figured,
well,
like,
you
okay,
got
he's a Cowboy.
McCaffrey number 2. Who was your 3rd round pick?
No. So I had McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
And then you got in round 2. Round 2, I went Miles Sanders. I thought that was a steal round 2. So just based on his targets and how many times he touched the ball, and you look at his projected stats for 16-game season, he's like a top 5, top 6 player in terms of fantasy.
We all take Will. So that was
he dropped. So I didn't think, like, I saw him sitting there. I couldn't believe the shit, bro. I was like, whoa. Miles Sanders slipped to round 2.
You had a low 2nd round pick because you
and I got Miles Sanders, bro. Like,
who you took, and then you got a couple picks later, you get 3rd. Was it Dak?
No. So then after that pick, I went Ridley. In round 3. No, not really, but I went Godwin. So I figured Tom Brady was gonna get busy. He's gonna get busy with Godwin. So I had Godwin last year. Have him again this year.
Damn. So hold on. So wait a minute. So far,
that ain't looking at my team for the first time. That ain't like, goddamn, that nigga did it.
So as of right now, your 1st round pick and your 3rd round pick have both missed multiple games.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So what I've done that I normally don't do, I draft, like, I always kind of just draft my starters and just say fuck it. Just start drafting running back that won't play 1 snap just to have backups. And this year I said that's not the approach. I'm gonna draft as if you out, I need a guy that could come in and give me 1 letter grade below. So if I got an A guy out, I want a B guy in. Because I figured, like, okay, everyone's gonna deal with injuries. But if I got B guys in while you did the reach for running back strategy, you're not gonna be able to have B guys in. You reach for running back and you play the waiver wire. You guessing all year. Meanwhile, I got solid niggas. You know what I mean? Like
9, maybe 8, 10.
Because you take away Godwin is out. I still got Will Fuller as an option at receiver. I still got Robert Woods as an option at receiver.
Your receivers, looking at this, your receivers are elite. And specifically, I have high expectations for Will Fuller every year. I think that boy got talent. Really,
but see what you not understand. But
Robert Woods is proven to be underrated.
Every week he scores. So, and that's one thing I did this year with fantasy. So, like, football is not a stat driven sport. So I never paid attention to stats. So this year, what I've been doing, I'll be really paying attention to, okay, how many points this guy get last year? How many was he averaging a week last year? So I'll start looking at consistency. Like, okay, I start looking at those things like, oh, okay, he's not a high variance player. This guy was a consistent 9-point guy a week. The touchdown was just a bonus. So then I start looking at their target share. I did way more this year with my fantasy. And so then I start targeting. I start thinking about playing on one of the targets. So I got, like, my biggest 2 steals happened the first 2 rounds. McCaffrey going number 2 was a steal. Because once he gets healthy, he is the offense. So I'm not even worried. And then his injury was just a high ankle sprain. So if I can float by, get through. I got Frank Gore for now. Whatever. Just make it.
So speaking of Frank Gore, so we are coming up on time, but I want to go through your matchup this week with Killer Cam, the Funeral Rangers.
What's the projection, man? What's the projection?
Y'all are currently close projected. Originally, you were projected to win, but your Frank only put up 3 points, so that decreased it a bit. But right now, you got Dak. Dak's been a hog on the season.
And that's the thing. Like I got high variance players too. So
True. So I
Dak,
give you Dak over Brady.
really.
Deke say you never know because Russ, he got a boy.
No, but see, no. See now, DKC Russ got 2 targets, just like Atlanta. Atlanta's always playing from behind. So Atlanta's playing against Green Bay, I believe it is. So Atlanta, they're gonna be chasing all game. They chasing. So they're gonna be throwing the ball all game. DK Metcalf, the thing with them that I like with DK, I love the talent. He so far has looked like Russell Wilson's target to DK has resulted in his lowest quarterback rating. So they've been hit or miss.
Okay.
Of all his targets, he's been hit or miss.
So take me to Fuller. Let's do Fuller and Evans before we run out of time.
Yeah, Fuller's just a wild play, man. Like you don't get lucky, But I just love his matchup. Yeah, I love his matchup. So he's going up against the worst secondary in football. And they're thirsty for a win, man. They're thirsty. You know what I mean? Like it's a little gif that everybody need, or like I don't know if it's a gif, but everybody need this shit on Twitter now, and they comment from the Malcolm X movie where Denzel's like the brother was starving. That's my favorite gif, man. So it's like somebody thirsty, you post that the brother was starving. Man, I think Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller, I think the brothers are starving.
Them brothers are starving, bro. I don't know what's going on. They ain't been working.
Starving. They gonna go off, bro.
And a lot of them boys have been prominent in Black Lives Matter movement or prominent speaking out for our issues. So I definitely want to see them start hitting.
Yeah, the brothers are starving. So he got a low key. I look at his team, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. It's solid.